I don't wanna go through your phone. Mm, I don't wanna go through your phone. I know I'm in LA, y'all, and it's 11:22 p.m. here. Um, so that means it's like 2:30 on the East Coast. But I'm just sitting here on some edibles, doing some research and checking out the peopling of certain regions. And I said I want to do this little test. But I should have done it earlier because I know everybody sleep except me. But maybe I said maybe 10 people may show up, and these 10 people may guess with me, right? So, I can't even see. Hold on one second. Let me pull this up. We're gonna do a little test, right? So let me just start off like this. Let me pick this up. See, that's why I tell people in front of my computer and my desk, right? I look right up, bam, and it's a map, right? And I tell people all the time, get you a map, or if you don't have room or wall to put on, at least get you a globe, okay? And someone told me this a long time ago, because when you're having discussions of history and things, and you're talking about different geographical areas, and you in discussions, and sometimes that visual will double your understanding. So if we just said, somebody said, oh man, the Egyptians sailed to the Americas. Then I'm like, huh? And I look up here at my map, right? And I said, Egypt's right here. They can't sail through land. They can't sail through land. This is the Mediterranean Sea. They can sail around the Mediterranean Sea, but there's no way the Egyptians can sail a boat through land and get over here. You know what I mean? So if a person don't have a map, their mind won't understand that, and they'll believe and think, oh, the Egyptians sailed to America and broke through the goddamn land and shit and got what came way over here. I mean, like, right? So get you a globe or your map when you're having conversations with people, right? Now, whoop, 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 whoop. These are some Mediterranean women, right? Now, this is going to be real quick and brief, right? Let me turn my tablet on just to see if I see any comments, but because I just need to see whoever's watching, I need them to guess. Let me get my tablet on so I can see. Now, what is Mediterranean people? Mediterranean people or cultures, or they have what you call Mediterranean food, Greek food, there's Greece, is considered Mediterranean food, right? Here's the Mediterranean Sea, right? Let me get closer for people who don't get it, okay? Here's the Mediterranean Sea. You see Mediterranean? So Mediterranean peoples are people who live along the coasts and things of the Mediterranean Sea. And these people share a certain region. This is a region. And they sometimes have similar food. And they call it Mediterranean food. So you see Cairo right here in Egypt, Alexandria. Okay, these people are Mediterranean peoples and Egyptian people. These people are Libyan people and Mediterranean people. Okay, I think D type made a typo or something. I don't know. Okay. These people along Tunisia, Mediterranean people along the Mediterranean Sea. Spain, Morocco, Mediterranean people along the Mediterranean Sea. And they have Mediterranean food. These are real terms and real words and real geography. Okay? You can look up Mediterranean food and you'll see what pops up. Egyptian food, something like Libyan food, Greek food, Italian food, right around Turkey, right around here, Levant. These are Mediterranean peoples who live in this region. Okay? Basic, just basic information. I'm like, who would disagree with that? Unless they hate the word Mediterranean because they're not Mediterranean. Or they've been claiming a culture or a history of Mediterranean people, and then they find out that they weren't of the Mediterranean people. These Mediterranean people had a sphinx that is located right here above my thing, and the sphinx is located in a Mediterranean area. My common sense says if there is a structure along or near the Mediterranean Sea, then 95% chance Mediterranean people built that structure that is near the Mediterranean Sea. That would be Logic 101 and Common Sense 101, right? In general, okay? If there's some stuff built in the Amazon jungle, then more than likely, people who live in the Amazon jungle built it. I'm not saying anything strange, anything far-fetched. In fact, I'm right and exact and on point, right? Now, let's get back to these women right here. Let me put my little thing so I can sit still. Okay? Now, we have another lady. Hold on. Picture here. Another Mediterranean people. Okay? Hold on. Let me make sure I got. It's a method to my madness. Okay. So you've seen these Mediterranean women and this Mediterranean woman, right? So Mediterranean countries and Mediterranean people, right? Now, in so the title says North Africans and Mediterranean people. It says North Africans, listen to my wording, and Mediterranean people, okay? And so there's this discussion, and I've been saying that people live in certain regions, they look alike. And sometimes you can't tell what they are depending on the region. Follow me. This is a discussion me and Corey have had also. Concrete Corey from Pseudo Killers, right? Now, if you go here, like I was in Ghana 2 years ago, right? People in Nigeria, in Ghana, in this region, in North Africa, if I stripped them naked and put them beside you, you couldn't tell if the person was Ghanaian or Nigerian or Cameroon. Because they're all in the region. They've been exchanging DNA over thousands of years. So the people in the region look similar. Just like the people in the region along the Mediterranean Sea and Mediterranean people look similar. Okay? So when Corey says they're all the same people to him in that region. Now, Black Americans agree that Nigerians, people from Cameroon, and people from Ghana look alike, and you can't tell them apart. Okay? Hold on one second. So black Americans agree that people in the region, let me turn this down, hold on, because we about to have a common sense test. You know, Chief X kicks that common sense science. Most all black Americans would agree that these people in West Central Africa look similar. And you can't really tell, oh, this is a Nigerian. Oh, this is a Ghanaian, right? Same goes with people in the Mediterranean region, right? Okay. Chat, do we at least agree to that? Can we just at least agree to that? God damn. Yes or no? Yes or no? So the answer should be yes. Now, here's my question. Damn. Baby girl, I'm on a live right now. I'll call you in 10 minutes. I'll be done.
Okay.
Okay. That's my lady friend. Okay. So I see a yes. Somebody participated. Participate with me, family. People may come back and see this and they need to see the answers. Okay? Now, which North African or Mediterranean people would you say they are? These are Muslim women. Concrete Corey says they all look alike, similar. You can't tell if they're Tunisian women, Moroccan women, Egyptian women, women from the Levant, Turkish women. You can't tell. Just like if I put a West African and a Central African, you can't tell. Okay? So people say yes. Okay, say yes. So everyone agrees that people in a certain region would probably have similar features and look alike. Okay, we all agree. Now, which North African or Mediterranean women would you guess these was? And I just need to see some people guess. You can say Arab, you can say Algerian women, you can say Moroccan women, you can say any Mediterranean people, you can say Libyan women, Egyptian women, women out the Levant. Just guess. There's no right or wrong answer. Just from your look and looking. I need people to put down what race or country, if they was to guess that these women were from, with the North African or Mediterranean people. Donnie says Arab. Okay? I need to see at least 2 more guesses. Don't be scared to guess. Okay? So people will probably see this later. Most people are asleep right now. Right? Oh, what you say, D Calico? Caucasoids. Donnie, I can't see what that green thing is. You got to just type, like, just doing a grown folk mature type and shit. Okay, D John says Tunisia. Thank you for participating, D John. D John. Donnie, what's the green thing? Is that a flag? I can't tell. Just write the country or race down for me. Anybody else want to throw it? Okay, D. Caligo said Moscow and Moroccan. Moscow, that might be a typo. I'm not sure what that is. But I'll take Moroccan. Donnie Williams says Saudi. And Gore 0911 says, these are most likely Muslim Egyptians. I thank you guys for participating. Okay, now I showed you the other lady. But if I show this, it may give it away. Let me put this down first. That's the other woman. Okay? Let me put this down. But it had some writing on it, so I couldn't just show it. Hold on. Okay. So let me just see the guesses down here. These are most likely Egyptian women. Could be from any North African country, though, but most likely Egyptians. Fearless TV said Egyptians. Donnie Williams, I don't know, look a shit, but definitely non-white. Okay? Non-white. I'm glad you said that. You just brought something to my attention. So, the consensus and the scholars say the Egyptians were neither white or black. I 100% agree with that. The Egyptians were neither white or black. So when you made that comment, okay, Gorgil said this woman is Iranian. So we have so far, let me just read. We have Arab, Tunisia, Morocco, Saudi, Egyptian women, Arab women, Arabian, excuse me, Arabian, those other women, Muslim, Tunisians. Someone says the solo women is neither Iran or Iraq. Good answer. So here's the thing, y'all. Roll with me. Here's the thing. Calico, just chill out, relax. We're not debating. We're just doing a test. Slow down and follow me. Now, North African people have been there for about 30,000 years. So during 5,000 years ago, there were not black people in North Africa. Okay? You can simply look up North African genetics. It will tell you. So just to, so you can understand, these Mediterranean people have been flowing through here in gene flow out of Africa, back in Africa. This is a they just in and out of here. The Near East, Levant, Turkey, in and out of here for thousands of years. 30,000 of years, okay? Now, understand that. So since that has happened, that's why they may look similar and have similar features, right? Now, guess what, people? Out of all them answers, Corey of the pseudo killers, they call him Concrete Corey of the pseudo killers, was 100% correct. He said they all the same people to me. Just like we already agreed in the beginning of this video that people in the region of Ghana, Nigeria, and Cameroon, and West and Central Africa look similar. You can't tell them apart. Just like you can't tell the Mediterranean peoples apart. Guess who these people are? These are Italian women. These are Italian women. Everybody's wrong, you see? And this is an Italian woman. Ah! Look, Italy's Muslims. If they throw a hijab on, you can't tell the difference between Mediterranean people. These are Italian women. All y'all was wrong. Do you see what I'm talking about now? Do you see what Corey was talking about? They all the same to him. And these people have been flowing in and out. They all look similar. Mediterranean people. You can't tell if they're Tunisian, Libyan women, Egyptian women, Moroccan women, because they have that similar look. In the Mediterranean, this is why most North Africans have at least 10% Italian DNA. You didn't know Italy's right fucking there. Italy, look, here's Italy. Bam, you can swim from Italy to fucking Tunisia. They've been fucking with each other. That's why the Greco-Roman world was in Egypt. They're all Mediterranean people. See, when you don't have a map, you miss this. Right? You don't understand. So when you're talking history, buy you a map, sit it by you, get a globe. See, I got a map right above my desk, and a big, huge one. I've always had huge maps since I was a child. So when people talk this dumb shit about, oh, the Egyptians sell to America, and you know they can't get through the goddamn Mediterranean Sea to get over here, you already know that's some BS. But if you don't know geography and can get a visual to help your thought process, you'll be misunderstanding. You will be losing and getting your ass kicked in debates because you're not thinking straight. Yes, Mediterranean peoples. Egypt is a Mediterranean people. They came in, since they've been here, they've been flowing in and out of here. And they used to come down the Nile and populate. From the Near East, all down here, people going up and down the Nile and back out. The Nubians, if you understand the geography, and we've learned this lately, because Chief X taught it. Let me just clear this up so we can see. People keep saying they came from the south. But we know this, but people, Afrocentrics really don't teach this. Right here at Aswan, which is in Egypt, is the first cataract. Right here. Right here. The first cataract of the Nile. The only smooth flowing of the Nile is from here up. So Mediterranean peoples were able to come in and up out of here and trade and do business. That's why ancient Egypt flourished. Because of all this contact and interacting and trading and doing business, exchanging of ideas, pottery. That's why the pottery that was found down here in pre-dynastic times, listen, because we went over this, the Mesopotamian influence on Egypt. We went over this. Let me get this fucking camera straight. Okay? We went over the Mesopotamian influence in Egypt. Pre-dynastic people, Mediterranean people, like I said, 30,000 years, they was flowing in and out of the Nile. They come flowing their ships along the coast, bam, come down up in the Nile, flow up and down here, but they got to stop right here. Hold on. They have to stop right here because the first cataract, you can't go down no further. The Nubians weren't seafaring people. They were not involved in this trade all up and down here. They were landlocked. A cataract is a natural border preventing Egypt's enemies. Nubians was their enemies. Asiatics was their enemies. Then the desert protected them over here. And they tell you this story. This is not Chief X's story, right? This is how Egypt was protected from the Nubians because of the cataracts. It was the northern Bathroom border. Nubians couldn't flow. They had cataracts, rocks, and waterfalls. They couldn't flow, plus they were seafaring. So Nubians, to do business and trade, they were in the deserts over here. And they'd had to walk. They didn't have boats flowing. Now, I'm sure there's peaks, but what I'm saying is the trade and the flowing was people coming down the Nile, then flowing back up, riding along coast. All these North Africans, the Levant right here, the Near East over here, Turkey up here, they were all doing business, trade, and influencing each other. Sub-Saharan Africa was landlocked. And it was a Sahara Desert right here, preventing people from going up here. Right? So, we've had this argument about the Green Sahara. Before the Sahara Desert was dried up, this was the Green Sahara before it was a 6,000, 7,000 years ago. When it dried up, it split. Animal life split. So that's why they have such strange animals up here that they really don't know how it got there, because when it split, excuse me, hold my damn arm up. His arm is getting tired. I didn't know that was out of shape. Okay, but anyway, so when the Green Sahara dried up, guess where the people dispersed too. They went north, it says. The consensus in the scholarly world is when the Green Sahara dried up, anybody that was on the outskirts of the Sahara, of the Green Sahara, some people think people are living all in the Green Sahara amongst teeming animals and wild animals and shit. I was saying more likely they lived on the outskirts of the Green Sahara. So when it dried up, those on the outskirts of the Green Sahara, all they did was migrate up north. And guess who's in North Africa? The same people today who's been there 30,000 years. So if you want to say who was in the Green Sahara and migrated north, the North Africans of today. It's simple. North Africa has never been Black Africa. Ever, 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 ever in history. There's never been a black, kinky-haired, nappy-head people, tribe, or nation that ever settled camp in any of these areas, that set up camp, and their people was born there, and their culture was born. Never, ever. Never happened in history. And that's why they mad, because they can't even name one. I stomped them. People, you thought there was black. Never. Egypt was never black. Nubia was. And Nubians took over in the 25th dynasty for 90 years out of 3,000 years. But that's it. Black, kinky hair people are sub-Saharan Africans down and below. You're either East, Central, South, or West African below the Sahara. And this is just the fucking reality, people. This is the earth. It's not the earth. This is peopling 101. Peopling 101. So, these are Italian women. Everyone who guessed was all wrong. If I had a guessed, I would have been wrong. Okay? The Italian, see, Italy is 90% Christian and 10% Muslim. And these are some of the Muslim women in Italy. And Italy is near North Africa. So that's why North Africans have some Italian DNA. They have Roman DNA. They have Greek DNA. Okay? Greek is right here. Okay? So when you guys get a map, you'll understand better. Yes, in this region, people will look similar and you wouldn't be able to tell. Just like people down here will look similar and you wouldn't be able to tell. The modern Egyptians of today are the ancient Egyptians. They retain approximately 68% of the genetic composition of the ancient Egyptians. Y'all know this game is over. I'm going to do a whole entire lecture on the cataracts, the Nile River, from all the way down here, all the way down to Ethiopia, because I've been studying it. And the geography of Africa is a science that the conscious community has never studied or went into. No one has ever told you that the Nubians weren't seafaring and they weren't able to sail along the Nile River like that and they had to walk or be on foot and they were in desert areas. So this protected the Egyptians from Nubians. Their other enemies were the Asiatics, you know what I mean? And the desert over here protected them from these others. And that's just how it was. But I don't know what I'm talking about, huh? Yeah, so you got to put this puzzle together. In 2022, all kind of myths and bullshit gonna get debunked. So Corey, when you wake up in the morning, you gonna see this, you're gonna shout and do a cartwheel. You are fucking right. So what y'all talking about down here? What's up, Anusha? Moon Kill, what you say, Moon Kill? The Greeks and Italians have North African DNA too. Yes, sir. They have been admixturing for millennia. Yep, exactly, exactly. See, I know what I'm talking about. That's why nobody really wants to take this debate because they're not going to talk about these particulars. These particulars that I just spoke on is simple common sense. They are scared of that word Mediterranean. Because when you say Mediterranean, black, kinky hair African don't come nowhere close to your mind. So when I say the Egyptians or Mediterranean people built this sphinx structure that is along or near the coast of the Mediterranean Sea, and that in general, if someone built something right here, it would be the people who lived around right here, which is Mediterranean people, not sub-Saharan Africans or West Africans or Central Africans or any kinky-haired African. Okay? Whatever's right in the middle of smack dab here, the people who were there 5,000 years ago, 99.9% of the time, probably built it. See, you can't get away from this simple common sense science Chief X has been giving you. These cats is in an uproar, erratic. 3 times a day, 3 different channels is talking about Chief X. I mean, like, when you really think about this, just really think about this. You got people who call themselves the baddest intellectual squads and crews in the community. And all 3 or 4 of them together are all talking about Chief X. They're all battling Chief X. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Boy, I love it. Hey, thank you. Today I got 6,100 subscribers. I hit the 6,100 mark. I hit the 6,000 mark maybe a couple weeks ago, and now I'm at 6,100. Now, and that's all because you guys have been talking about me. Thank you very much. Now, all your friends have come over and subscribed to Chief X. All them people who've been believing you have come over and subscribed to Chief X. Then they come over and they watching my shit now, and they seeing, because they just been believing your motherfucking lying mouth forever. They've been believing your fake narratives forever. They just believe you. You know what I mean? So now they get a chance to come over here and look and actually see what I said and see my presentation. And now they looking at you. You niggas been lying on Chief X for a long time. That nigga really do got good character. He's a good guy. He's telling the truth. I can't prove him wrong. And they looking at y'all sideways. Look here. The longer this goes, the worse you guys are going to look. When I first started, nobody was on my side when I said I'm debunking Black Egypt. Now 50% of the people are on my side and agree with me. I flipped the conscious community, and niggas really don't want to admit it. They really don't want to admit it. You know what I mean? I got Sanader talking about it. People on his channel talking about it. Man, I've shut it down. And they just don't want to give me the credit. They are mad that the Hotep hustle is drying up. These cats is like roaches running around now. Now, and then they'll say, anybody thinking about Chief X? Oh, Chief X don't know what he's talking about. Well, how in the hell is 4 scholarly teams and crews all talking about Chief X for the last 3 weeks every day? Damn, Chief X is powerful. Either Chief X is powerful or he's right. I mean, like, what can I say? You know, y'all know I like to talk shit. Them edibles didn't kick in. Would you say Donnie Williams been here since day one? Now, I just gave y'all some common sense science. You can't tell a Muslim woman from any of the Mediterranean countries because they're family and not you. This is why they argued for a whole hour when I said the Sphinx is along and near the Mediterranean Sea. This Mediterranean word got these cats shook. I was saying it 3 years ago, but nobody caught on then. I said I got to give it to them real slow. I used to say, I'm not no Mediterranean nigga. People just thought I was just one talking. No, I'm not no Mediterranean. I'm a tropical African. And I don't need to steal Mediterranean people's history. Let me see some of these questions and what people talk about. Okay? Just laughing. We say, Dr. Banu, nice job. Keep destroying this. Yeah. I mean, dagger after dagger. This is why I'm not even going to debate nobody no more. If it's somebody accepted, because nobody's accepted in 7 months. So, but I'm done. I'm not going to debate anybody because I didn't put up down 15 presentations in 7 months. And no one has went through my presentations and debunked anything. So I've exhausted the topic and talked about every angle. And it's all true and nobody has disputed it. It's crazy. But Chief H don't know what he talking about. Wasn't a desert back then? I mean, you talking to somebody else, excuse me. Dijon said, Chief X, why do you think they went further north into more desert instead of Greenland? Well, okay, here we go. So let's get back up here. Let me put my camera back on. Okay. So if it's the Sahara here and it's hot, what was this question again? Because I had an answer, I just forgot. Why do you think they went further north into more desert instead of Greenland? Okay. So if the Mediterranean is around here and it's water and sea, that means it would probably be green around here or around the outskirts. Okay. So maybe this certain area, this is not like my field of study. So I'm just kind of guessing around. This is the time somebody use this against me and shit. Like, I'm not saying I know this. I made my point already. But it says the Sahara right here. So if it's dry, if it's green, and then it begins to get hot and dry out, people start migrating away from heat. So it was probably still green, and they migrated up. I mean, this is over thousands of years, so it's a slow thing. You know what I mean? It gets hot, group of people move up some more. Gets hot, they move up some more. Move up some more over the next 400 years. Then they get closer. And then 700 more years, they get a little closer until they eventually just get up north. And then just this part is dried out. But along the coast, it's not dried out. Although this desert and hot in some area. I don't know. But all I know is the consensus says when the Green Sahara dried up, if you were probably down at the bottom of the Green Sahara, then you probably stayed along here because this is tropical Africa right here. So if it's green, it could be semi-tropical. And the people down here just stayed in tropical Africa. And they got hotter and the people up here just migrated north. I don't know. But slowly people just went their ways. So they say they had some smaller elephants here that they would have usually seen down here. And they say that's because of the split. So if it was getting hot, people were separating, then animals were also separating. So that's why they have a smaller elephant up here and a larger elephant here. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, shit happens. But this is my people. These are tropical. I'm a tropical African. This is my region right here. It was too fucking hot up here. Y'all give me some tropical shit. When I went to Ghana, here go Ghana. Here go Accra, Ghana. All right, Accra, Ghana. Let me do this. Okay, I bought this plaque in Ghana too. Greetings from Ghana. I bought this when I was in Ghana, right? Okay. So, this is Ghana. But we went inland and drove 4 hours to Kumasi and hung out in Kumasi. I love Kumasi. When I go back, I'm going to go to Kumasi. I'm a Kumasian, Asante gang. So anyway, you're just going basically inland. You know what I mean? And I was in the rainforest here and took a tour of the rainforest, got honey in the rainforest, and I just felt so at home when I took this tour through the rainforest. Now, I'm not pseudo, but I'm just saying something just triggered my soul, and that's the only spot I did not want to leave when I was in Ghana. I was telling people when it was because it was a little hot and shit. I was on the little tour walking across in the rainforest, right? And I said, I wish I lived up in here. And it was just you can hear like not I don't know if it's crickets, but you can hear little noise and shit. So they have nocturnal animals. They don't come out in the daytime. So they had nocturnal animals in the rainforest. So as we're taking a tour, we're just safe walking around, right? But I felt so at home in the forest. And I just kind of learned that I'm a forest people, right? So people think that West Africans was just traveling and moving, and no, 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 no. In ancient times, people stayed where they are. You pull up camp and say you stay there. You're not traveling and going here and there and doing all that. People went on horses, and people wasn't just traveling like that. So we were a forest people, and that's where we were, right? I forgot my damn point. Um, oh, I was saying I just felt so at home, and I didn't want to leave. I said I want to live in this forest, right? Something just touched me and said that was home. That's all I'm saying. I'm a tropical African, and I represent being a tropical African. I don't represent being a Mediterranean. I don't represent being a North African. I have nothing against North Africans, but we're not North Africans. So this is why I'm saying when people are talking about Egypt and ancient Egypt and stuff, and I'm arguing with them, they said, Xavier, Chief X, isn't saying Egypt was a homegrown African civilization. It's not that simple. If I say, yeah, it was a homegrown African civilization, all Black Americans are going to think is look at themselves in the mirror or just think about kinky hair Black Africans because their mind haven't been conditioned to understand North Africa was never Black Africa. So you can't just say an African civilization. The world of academia doesn't say African civilization. They say a North African civilization. You have to put North on it. Just like, because you guys are no different. You don't run the whole continent. You know what I mean? It's just like when you're talking about the Thailand and the Philippines and look here, Cambodia, right? This is Asia. But if you're talking about a group of people in this region, you don't just say the Asian people carved out did some work over here in Iran, and you're confusing shit. You got to say Southeast Asia. So when you say Southeast Asia, you're talking about these people. Thailand, Cambodia, shit. This is Southeast Thailand, Cambodia. So you're not confusing them with people from Kazakhstan or Pakistan or you know what I mean? You're just giving clarity because these are geographies and continents. They're not countries. Continents and not countries. So Egyptians may have been African, but would you have to say North African? So in people's mind, they can know, okay, North African, they're not talking about me. They're not talking about my people. They're not talking about my ancestors. That's the reason I add North African. Don't just say African, because these niggas is confused. So if you're trying to be right and exact and give people a proper understanding, and you're a genuine human being who wants to genuinely educate people and tell the truth, you'll say Egyptians are a North African people, so it was a homegrown North African civilization. There's nothing wrong with saying that. Any other way, you're just trying to be deceitful and blend everything and trying to fit yourself in as an Egyptian. You don't claim to be Libyan, Algerian, Tunisian, Moroccan. I don't claim them claims. The only thing y'all claim is this, because you want to steal history. Central West African, tropical and semi-tropical people. These are desert Africans, or sometimes they call them semi-arid or desert Africans. I'm not a desert African. 90% of the people listen to me aren't desert Africans. You're tropical and subtropical Africans. These are desert or arid Africans, although they're Africans. You have to know who the hell you are. So what Chief X is giving you, he's giving you a real knowledge of self. Knowledge of self has changed today. It ain't just what the Nation of Islam used to say. Giving you a knowledge of self. This is yourself. And then where you come from. Get the fuck up out of here. That ain't your land. It never was. It ain't your ancestors' land. Your ancestors is right here in these graves. All them graves I was looking at. And when I was in Ghana, they said, Chief X, you reincarnated as best. Bring them home. They say, Chief X, when you go home from Ghana, bring them ignorant niggas home. Because we've been rolling over in our grave. Pissed off that black Americans in the conscious community, not traditional black Americans, but them black Americans in the conscious community committed a sin against us. And they took to another whole nother North African people. These ancestors are rolling over in their graves at the conscious community. You have forsaken them. You are not a spiritual being. I'm more spiritual than you, and I don't even claim that shit. If it was a heaven or hell, you conscious community niggas is going straight to motherfucking hell for this sin you've done. And them cult leaders who lied to you and wouldn't teach you you're Western Central African, and it was telling you that you were North African, they was telling you that you were Desert African when you wasn't no Desert African. Them people you called masters, who are today known as master liars, some of them took you away from your bloodline and committed intellectual treason. Some of these men who committed this intellectual treason didn't even say they were of your stock. They separated themselves from you. How so, Chief X? What are you talking about? Dr. Ben didn't want to identify with y'all black ass. He acted like he was something different and better than you. Dr. Ben never taught you about West Central African history. Dr. Ben taught you about North African or Desert Africans' history. You're not a Desert African or a North African. Dr. Ben said, and I quote, He's Ethiopian because his dad is Ethiopian. And his mama is what? He said his mama is Puerto Rican. Guess what? Dr. Ben never said Afro-Puerto Rican. Talk to me. Dr. Ben never said Afro-Puerto Rican. You know what that means? Meaning he's not part of the diaspora. He's not a with you guys. He's of a people who had nothing to do with Ethiopians, who had nothing to do with the transatlantic slave trade. That's another group of people. Ain't nothing about Dr. being Ethiopian. Not a lick. Dr. Ben lied. That nigga's really straight West African. That nigga straight out the Congo or West African. His kid said there ain't no goddamn Ethiopian. What the fuck? And definitely Dr. Ben ain't no Puerto Rican. He's not Native American. His ancestors ain't Native American. Dr. Ben snowed you. He taught you was a people you weren't. And he said he didn't come from you or with you. He's from the Ethiopian people. They ain't part of this slave trade. They ain't part of this Pan-African movement. What are you talking about? Wasn't no Ethiopians in them cotton fields. Wasn't no Ethiopians in them sugarcane fields. Or no cotton fields of America. Listen. Wasn't no Ethiopians nowhere over here brought to these lands through the slave trade. Are you kidding me? Haile Selassie and them Ethiopians, they not you. What you running there for? Haile Selassie and them Ethiopians didn't abolish slavery until 1975. Go look it up. Ethiopia was the last fucking nation to abolish slavery. Y'all claiming that shit? And guess who Ethiopians was enslaving? Nilotics. Them nappy-head niggas. While them loose, curly Ethiopian motherfuckers who had that Arab blood, them Ethiopians and Somalians and them Eritreans and shit, they got some of that Near Eastern blood from up over here. And you know what I mean? Thought they was better than you sub-Saharans and West and Central Africans. Them Ethiopians was enslaving these Nilotics. Tell the truth. Dr. Ben said he was Ethiopian. And Puerto Rican. You a lie. You niggas have been part of a cult. Your cult leader fucked your mind up. You know, Diop all over here in Sudan. Jealous and shit. Well, damn. I'm a Sudanese. Oh, shit. We should be the ancient Egyptians. I wanna steal the ancient Egyptians' history. Well, you know, let's do a melanin test. Wait a minute. I'm preaching tonight, boy. I'm preaching tonight. Okay, we got an idiot here. Let me hide this user from the channel. I blocked him. Okay. Oh, Jason, what you say? Jason mad. He don't like the truth. Oh, he was burning up. I was dropping rocks on him just now. I was dropping daggers all in his heart. He was like, ah, that hurt. Ow, that hurt. I hate that nigga. Let me see what y'all talking about, because I've been preaching. I've been preaching. We said that Somalis don't like to be called black. That's what I'm saying. Somebody said, Jason, wipe your tears, kid. We say, I'm coming from me, that Dr. Ben statement. But look here. That's the fact. If someone's is going to be bothered with me because I mentioned the same thing Dr. Ben mentioned, this is what he told me. I'm not going to lie on Dr. Ben and say he said anything otherwise. I would be disrespectful to lie on Dr. Ben. He'll lie on us, though, but that's another story. But y'all don't think that's disrespectful. Y'all don't think it's disrespectful for a person to teach you you from Saudi Arabia when you're not. And they know you're not. You guys don't think that's disrespectful, though. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm just different. Hold on, let me see what y'all talking about. Yeah, everybody thought they was Moors and started dropping all that shit on about the Moors. Egypt. It's just, see, these Egyptomaniacs, here's the thing about it. These Egyptomaniacs, it's your turn now. You niggas have been banging on Hebrews, Christianity, and everything else. You've been scrutinizing religion. You've been scrutinizing Islam. You've been scrutinizing Nation of Islam. You've been scrutinizing the Hebrews, the Christian Bibles, and arguing for decades about you right and everybody else is wrong. Everybody's holy book got scrutinized and shit. And guess what? It's y'all turn now. You're under the microscope now, Egyptomaniacs. You can't bang on Hebrews and Moors and Abos and shit. Y'all, see, people are realizing now. This is another thing they're realizing. They're realizing, damn, I was just like the Abo, the Moor, the Hebrew Israelites, and all them people. They were claiming people that they weren't. And here I am, been claiming people that I ain't. We're all in the goddamn same boat. You niggas ain't no goddamn different from the Abos and the Moors and the Hebrews. It's your turn now. No, and here you is running like shit. You didn't leave the Christians alone? You didn't leave the Muslims alone? Well, ain't nobody gonna leave you alone. You guys are what, a year and a half in now. Y'all been banging on them for 30, 40 years. Oh, you guys got a whole nother 30 years to be scrutinized, broken up, torn down, and rebuilt. And Chief X is remodeling the conscious community. It got underway January 2021 is when the remodeling job started. We've broken up all the tile on the floor and removed the flooring. We've broken down the building, boulderized shit down. We about to lay some more tile now. Lay some wood floors down. Because y'all coming back home. You've been evicted out of North Africa. We evicted you. Pack your shit and get back home and start studying West and Central African history. Start going all over here and visiting your ancestors and see them graves, see them children in the orphanage, get that economy growing, because y'all over here, these niggas right now going on a conference, giving all their money to the Arab Emirates. Tourism, airplane flights, their airplanes, their hotels, giving all that money. Asar M Hotel, Anthony Browder giving all this money to him. And y'all don't think that's disrespectful, huh? Well, you might start thinking it's disrespectful. Because sometimes, oh, Xavier, why are you talking so harsh? We're so passionate. Why are you talking crazy? You're calling us names and shit. Sometimes people are sleeping hard Sometimes you can't do this and wake somebody up. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sometimes you got to, hey, wake up, and shake a motherfucker violently. So I'm shaking you niggas violently. Wake your motherfucking ass up. Wake up. You've been evicted. Move back home. Right here. Get that money and that tourism dollars back here. They need you. Them orphanages need your tourism. They need your philanthropy. Who's more spiritual? Who got more character? You guys talk this integrity and character shit. You Garfield, this girl gonna say today, this chick named CK gonna say, oh, well, he has the worst integrity and the worst character. Why would we want somebody out here with bad character? Who got bad character? Chief X don't have no bad character. I'm not out here committing crimes. Garfield has bad character, but you allow him on. Do we got to go over Garfield's scams and schemes and lies and shit again? Okay, shut your mouth. You shut your mouth. Oh, he said the word bitch. We can't have nobody on here who's saying bitch. Wah. Fake outrage. Wah. Fake outrage. I could have swore somebody just called my mother a whore. He can't come on his own show because he called my mother a whore and a bitch. You didn't hear him? Niggas can't come on their own show then, if you want to be fair. I came on the other day in peace. And this is after, weeks later after my mother was called a whore. I came on in peace. First thing I said is, I don't want to argue. I'm here to discuss a topic. First words I heard was a nigga yell at me. A nigga named Ankh yell at me. Oh, bitch ass nigga, fucking bitch ass nigga. And then they had to calm Ankh down. Then the show got out of hand. In halftime show, the nigga who first called nigga bitch nigga, which was Ankh, called me that, then he gonna hide his hand and act like he was peaceful. And everybody on streaming today talking about, yeah, Chief X always come on the panel and start an argument. Lying. They didn't say, well, Chief X came on the panel and Ankh went off and called him a bitch ass nigga. And then an argument started. They put the blame on me. I'm just supposed to, hey, you supposed to shut up and let them call you bitch ass niggas. I mean, crazy niggas, people. Crazy logic. Right? You niggas talking all this shit. Oh, he said the word bitch. He is so bad character and his integrity sucks because he said the B word. Meanwhile, you niggas love Tupac and Thug Life and bought every album he have. Meanwhile, y'all pay money to go to all these comedy concerts to hear a nigga say bitch. You niggas pay $100 and laugh and can't wait for the comedian to say the B word. My mama, daddy, my homies, all my friends, we grew up in the day, couldn't wait to put the Richard Pryor album on. For Richard Pryor to say, bitch, is you crazy? Bitch, is you crazy? And we just sit back and laugh. All the women, the mamas, the elders, the grandmamas, y'all today, y'all pay people and all these rappers. All these rappers every day and every rap album you bought talking about bitch. Let's keep this shit real with this fake outrage. Y'all love to hear that word. All I do is hear women call these women bitch. But see, I come on the platform and niggas be all bitch ass Chief X, that bitch ass nigga. So it's okay for a man to call another man a bitch, while the women with wrenches in their hand and moderators just laugh and kiki and egg it on. Don't block nobody in the chat or say, hey, don't say this or don't say that. Meanwhile, the men can call each other bitches, and then women just laugh and kiki and show no outrage. But when you call it to a woman, oh my God, and they having a heart attack. We call this fake outrage. A nigga can say your mama a whore and call me a bitch ass nigga, and when I snap back, oh, it's your fault, Chief X. Oh my God, y'all, is wild. I'm listening to this stream today, and I'm listening for the argument CK is making not to have Chief X on the streams, on the panel, on anything, because he said the word bitch. Emmy Cat been clowning Chief X for 6 months, calling him old and slow and dumb. Time after I reconnected. I think a thing. Emmy Cat calling Chief X slow, old, senile. He don't know what he's talking about. He need to get his life for 6 months straight. But if Chief X responds one time to her 20 times, and I say B, then all of a sudden, I did something worse than she did. Right? I'm here. Damn. Let me see if this is over here. Hold on one second. Maybe I might be able to pull it up. This screenshot on my battery on my tablet's dead. But I was showing the screen. I was going to show the screenshots, but I'm on my phone, so I can't. Of Emmy Cat calling me senile and old, right? As if calling me senile and old, and I'm a man who's her senior, is not disrespectful. Somehow just saying bitch is way more disrespectful than some young woman disrespecting an older guy, saying he don't know shit and he old and senile. You want to go to the definition of senile? Read the definition of senile, and then maybe you'll understand that's disrespectful. Emmy Cat should not be allowed on Sula Killer's platform ever again because she was disrespectful to older men. Let's be fair. When you guys gonna stop the disrespect in the chat? But then on the flip side, you say we need some order on this channel now. Well, goddamn it, who the fuck you think you been? You had a wrench in your hand. Did you stop all the disrespect in the chat, which was in your power to do? Nope. Tell the truth. You niggas is fake as fuck. Wait, somebody attacking my character because I haven't seen no comments. Wait a minute. Oh, you probably on the stream you may be talking about. Donnie Williams, Chief X, this is an in-house thing we need to fix, and you got Arabs in here trying to regulate. Good. I'm not a racist. I'm talking about history. And if I'm talking about their history, their land, they are welcome to be here to correct me talking about their history and their land. It's their history and their land. They are able to come on any stream of mine. I'm not a racist. Any white person, Mexican person, Samoan person, any Canadian person, Australian can come on my stream and participate in my intellectual discussions because I'm not a rabid racist. I'm a decent human being. I have character and integrity. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that's just me. Whatever these other niggas going through, but I'm not a racist. Now, well, I mean, you know, most of the people that we've been dealing with over the last years, these black supremacists and these Egyptomaniacs, and all, these are the racists too. So everybody goddamn racist. So we all in the same boat. Fight it out. Yeah. So, but let's just keep the peace in the chat. I haven't been reading, so I don't know what's going on. Continue to preach the truth. Yeah. Yeah, so and nobody heard nothing but straight truth tonight. I just felt the need to get on here and preach and talk, you know what I mean, and clear the air. Okay? If Chief X don't belong on a platform, don't nobody belong on a platform. Don't hold no moral ground or competition with me. And niggas keep saying Chief X is on some moral. No! I'm trying to say something because you guys are steadily saying my character is bad. So how long can CK, like she did today, ain't nobody lying, do I got to play her words? How long do I have to hear her call me a nigga with bad character and no integrity and hear that out her mouth for months? That's disrespectful to me. She's basically saying Chief X is a sorry ass nigga. I heard it 10 times a day out of CK's mouth about Chief X. So right now, if I respond, guess what's going to happen? Chief X, you're wrong. And she's the innocent woman. You see how fucked up y'all minds is? All month long, CK been banging on me and telling everybody and thousands of people that I ain't worthy of shit. I got bad character. I have no integrity, and just lying to the world on me and assassinating my character to thousands of people. And it's been one time I've ever went off on her and said something about her. This is unequal right now. I owe her 200 more insults. I'm behind. CK, I'm behind right now. I owe you some more insults. Should I do it? Should I go off on you as you was going off on me for the last few days and calling me all kind of shit indirectly? Now, just because you don't use a cuss word when you do it, it doesn't make it less disrespectful. You get what I'm saying? So stop running all these false narratives and lying and being erratic just because I've been spanking Ank's ass and you mad about it. You was blocking and timing out Hutch and a bunch of people all up in the comments, but you ain't timed out nobody who be disrespecting me. You let that shit fly. They can call me all kind of shit in the chat. You just let it fly. In fact, all the female moderators let it fly and never check them and say, hey, we want to try to clean this shit up. Well, how can you clean it up when the women is not letting shit fly and the men is the only one talking about cleaning shit up? Your job, women, is to clean that motherfucking chat out. Clean up that chat and keep everybody in the chat respectful. Just like the men ain't been doing their job, they ain't been moderating. Y'all been doing a horrible job in the motherfucking chat with them wrenches. Everybody got to take their charge. You guys all have been running a foul show. It's all y'all faults, not the men. You women be throwing stones and hiding your hand. We bringing y'all to light. I was about to say, because there's one woman with the wrench I do like. And she's a little different than y'all, and that's Anusha. Anusha is the kindest woman that has a wrench in her hand. Yeah. All right, y'all. So I'm out of here. Y'all enjoy your evening.